Alright everybody, welcome to my 2019 MLB predictions video. I'm going to predict who I think is going to win each division and playoffs all the way up to the World Series. Let's get started. First thing I want to talk about, the big free agents in the offseason, Bryce Harper and Manny Machado. Let's get to Bryce Harper first. He signed with the Philadelphia Phillies, and my goodness, that definitely made them a contender. He was like the cherry on top. They had such a good offseason, and adding him was just like exactly what they needed to push them for that playoff push, you know? It is just, oh my God, the Phillies are going to be scary. And Manny Machado signing with the Padres, not signing with a team that, you know, is huge and is all ready for playoffs. He signs with the Padres, a team who going forward is looking very good. They have a good future set up for them, and adding Machado is going to be amazing for them. We were talking about Bryce Harper, so we're going to start with the National League East. He stays in the NL East, but I think the Phillies are going to be on top of this division. Why? Not only Harper, like I said, they had a very good offseason. JT Realmuto trade, great catcher, all-star catcher. Bryce Harper, of course, huge free agent, biggest free agent ever in MLB history. Most amount of money, the years, 13 years. Oh my God, I guess he got what he wanted, but this team, like I said, it's more than Harper. There was the Realmuto trade that I just mentioned. Gene Segura, a very good hitting shortstop. Rhys Hoskins is already on the team, and he has great power. He's young. That is exactly what this team is. It's young, and it is ready to win. Maybe it takes a few years, but I think within these few years, they might be seeing a World Series victory. This team just looks so put together all of a sudden. Give them the chemistry after a few months, maybe one season, and it's looking real good. And I'm not done there. Odubel Herrera, he broke out last season. That's another star for this team. Michael Franco isn't the worst third baseman in the world. He is a pretty dang good hitter. And my God, the Phillies. Andrew McCutchen, don't forget him. He is going to be like a leader, I feel like. He's been in the league for years, and he's on a team that can contend now. I think he is going to have a lot of fun here, and I think this Phillies team is going to have a lot of fun. After the Phillies, I believe the Braves will be the next team in line in the NL East. After the Braves, I think it is the Mets, then the Nationals, and then the Marlins. So I'm calling Phillies winning the National League East. Let's move to the NL Central. This is going to be a fun division this year. I really feel like it's going to be. So Cubs and Brewers, they were at it last year. I feel like it's going to be like that again. However, I think the Cubs are going to be on top this time. You know, they were barely in second place last year, and I think this time they're going to get at the top of the division. The Brewers are going to be right behind them. These are both really good teams. The Cubs, Bryant, Baez, Rizzo, that's just the guys I can say right now. Like, there's so much talent on that team. If we're not talking about players on the Cubs, they're led by Joe Maddon, who is a great manager over the years. He's proven it. Let's go to the Brewers, who, like I said, you could put like swap with these teams. Either one of them could take first place in the NL Central, but I think it's going to be the Cubs. The Brewers have an MVP in Christian Yelich. Lorenzo Cain is very good. They got Mike Moustakas again. It is going to be a battle, but like I said, I think the Cubs are going to get on top of the NL Central, and then the Brewers. After that, I think same thing with the Reds and Cardinals. I think third place is going to be like, whoa, between both of them, because the Reds, they added some very good players this offseason. Yasiel Puig, he just brings, I've seen this in Los Angeles, he brings a certain attitude to a ball club, a fun attitude that makes the players just want to play harder and play for more, you know? And Matt Kemp, he's also coming to Cincinnati with Yasiel Puig, along with Alex Wood and Kyle Farmer. Okay, those are very good players right there. 4 players from the Dodgers, all on the Reds now. My goodness, they got Jose Iglesias too, and they already have Jose Peraza. They have Eugenio Suarez, Scooter Gennett, Joey Votto. So I think the Reds are going to be third place, then the Cardinals are going to be right below them. But like I said, it could be either one. Same thing. So Brewers and Cubs, it could be either one in first and second. And then Reds and Cardinals, either one in third and fourth. But it is just ridiculous how this division is going to be a mystery. I doubt I get this one right, because there are so many teams that could compete, and just, you know, like, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a close division, which means that leaves the Pirates, and with how competitive these other teams are looking going into the 2019 season, I'm just going to have to stick them in 5th place. going to be a tough division in the NL Central. National League West, the Dodgers have reigned in this division for years, and I think it's going to continue. Their only competitor, I feel like, actually, hold on, don't take that quite literally yet. The Diamondbacks, they traded away Goldschmidt, Pollock, I'm pretty sure Corbin left. So yeah, it seems like everything they had to compete, has just left. And now they're kind of moving down in the standings of the NL West, in my opinion. So I'm putting Dodgers because they just have the talent. They've had the experience in the past seasons, so I think the Dodgers are going to reign supreme again in the NL West. Then right below them is the Rockies, okay? Then below that, the guys who got Manny Machado, the San Diego Padres. I'm putting them at third. That's right, with Manny Machado, and then you have Eric Hosmer, and then Fernando Tatis Jr. I don't know when he's coming up. Is he starting opening day? I don't think he is. He'll definitely be here soon, but this team in the future are looking good. After the Padres, I'm going Giants, and then after that, I'm going with the Diamondbacks. Like I said, all their talent was just here, go there, and see ya. So you have my division winners for the National League, the Phillies, Cubs, and Dodgers. Who do I think is going to play in the wild card game? This also could be very tough. I feel like it's going to be just a bunch of teams, and it's going to come down to the last week, kind of like it did in the previous season. The Braves, they definitely have a chance. Brewers, Rockies, I think the Reds or Cardinals could also compete for a wild card. It's going to be very exciting this year, but I think the two teams we're going to see in wild card are the Braves and the Brewers, okay? I think that's what's going to happen. The Braves have a lot of young talent with Ozzie Albies, Ronald Acuna Jr., Nick Markakis, a great veteran leader. This team has, you know, just all the right pieces, I feel like, and I think they'll be set for a wild card. With how good the Phillies are looking, I think the Phillies are for sure going to get the NL East and then Braves wild card. Before we continue any more playoff talk on the National League side, we got to finish the American League. So let's start the AL West, the Astros. 2017 World Series champions. That is who I believe is going to be on top of the AL West once again. They're so pesky, and what makes me so angry, this team is already so good. They got Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve, George Springer, Carlos Correa. They have talent, and then they add more talent by getting Michael Brantley. My goodness, they really need Michael Brantley. Oh my God, I guess so. They're becoming like a super team, if you ask me. Is this baseball's first super team? I don't know, but it just looks so scary, especially when my Angels are in that division and we have to face them multiple times a year, multiple series a year. Speaking of my Angels, I believe they will be in second place behind the Astros, okay? So I'm going into all these predictions imagining that nobody gets injured in the entire season, not just for my Angels, but for every team. I'm taking what the teams have now and making that with my predictions, okay? So I'm not, because we get plagued with injuries every season, it seems like. So I'm taking the Angels at all health, 100% health, and I believe they will be a second place team in the AL West, okay? We have the best player in baseball in Mike Trout. Then we have Cole Calhoun and Justin Upton to round out the outfield, and those are two very good players. They hit pretty well. Justin Upton was our RBI leader last year. Cole Calhoun slumped a little bit, but he kind of broke out of that slump in the second half, kind of 180'd his first half. And then, well, what else do we got? We got Simmons, a great, probably the best defensive shortstop. Zach Cozart is back this year to play third base. Justin Bour, if he can be 2017 Justin Bour, that all-star Justin Bour, my goodness, we are looking good. And then Jonathan Lucroy at catcher. I'm excited for that. Then in third place, I see the Oakland Athletics, Chris Davis, Matt Chapman, very good team, but they are so streaky. The Athletics like to seem to have their years. Like the year they played the Royals on the wild card, that was just, whoa, the Athletics are a playoff team now. And then they kind of went back down, and then last year they did it again. They were like, hey, we're going to be good again. We're going to be that freaking thorn in the side of the AL West, and we're just going to, you know, skyrocket above everybody out of nowhere, making no moves, and they're just like, yeah, we're here, and our players are ready, okay? But I see third place for the A's this year. Okay, last year, it was good for the A's, and I think it's going to be the same how I said with the Brewers and Cubs or Reds and Cardinals. I think Angels and A's, it's just going to be like teeter-totter, and then whoever is just having the momentum towards the end of the season will finish in second. But I think that'll be the Angels. The A's will be third, then the Rangers, then the Mariners. The Mariners, they just got rid of their team. I feel like they were like, all right, this isn't working, so let's restart, hit the refresh button, because it is not working for us. They traded away Cano and Edwin Diaz when Edwin Diaz just had the best season of his career, breaking records. And they're like, yeah, New York, see ya. And then who else did they get rid of? They got rid of, I forgot their first baseman, but they got a new one in Edwin Encarnacion, and his parrot will be in Seattle. Gene Segura is gone, but they still have some of their good hitters. Mitch Haniger is still there. Kyle Seager is still there. But what was built around them, D. Gordon, by the way, still there. What was built around them is gone, I feel like. They lost James Paxton as well from their rotation. Felix Hernandez is aging. I don't see them having a playoff run this year. I don't see them being a threatening team this year. So I believe the Mariners will be in last place in the AL West. Next is the AL Central, who I believe will be led by the Indians once again. Now, when I was making these predictions, I was like, man, the Twins, they look really good this season. They added a lot of talent. Marwin Gonzalez, great utility player. Jonathan Scope, good second baseman. Miguel Sano had a down year last year, but I think he'll rebound this year. And then Nelson Cruz, my God, the power he has. But what gave it to me for the Indians is their pitching. I believe they have better pitching than the Twins, and Corey Kluber, Trevor Bauer. Okay, I think that's going to boost them ahead of the Twins. That's the reason why, is the pitching. Because even though these teams, they both got hitters. The Indians got Lindor, they got Jose Ramirez, and they have more than just them. But then so do the Twins, they got hitters too. And I think the Indians hitters are better, and I think the pitching is really what's going to set them on top of the AL Central. In third place, I'm putting the Chicago White Sox, and then I'm putting the Tigers, then the Royals. All right, these three are going to fight for the bottom of that division, I feel like, because I feel like the Indians and Twins are going to own this division, and they are going to be fighting for the top spot all year. They are very talented. They made good additions, at least the Twins did. The Indians were kind of quiet. They lost Josh Donaldson, but I mean, I don't think they were really banking on him staying with the Indians for like years to come. So I think it's going to be a fight between them, with the Indians coming out on top, then the Twins, and then everybody else. Finally, the AL East, home of the World Series champion Red Sox. However, I don't think the Red Sox are going to win the division this year. I think it will belong to the New York Yankees, who were very competitive with them last year. It's baseball's greatest rivalry, of course. And why do I say the Yankees? They made a lot of moves, and their young guys are going to have great years again, I feel like. Miguel Andujar, what's his name? Gleyber Torres. I believe they're going to do good again. And then you have Aaron Judge, who's a huge power guy, and you're like, oh yeah, who's that other huge power guy on the Yankees? Giancarlo Stanton. Then they just signed Aaron Hicks to an extension, and they added James Paxton to their pitching rotation. They got bullpen help, so they tackled all these spots they need. And they also added DJ LeMahieu to the team, so I feel like they had a great offseason, adding pieces and filling them in at the spots they needed, so they are going to be able to compete more with the Red Sox. And I think this is going to be enough to put the Yankees on top of the Red Sox. Then right after that, I'm putting the Rays, who last year, 90 wins, or was it 90 plus or 90 exactly? Either way, it was a good amount of wins, and they got third place, and I think that's going to happen again to the Rays, which that hurts. Like, I'm not a Rays fan, but like, I can't imagine if the Angels won 90 games and came in third place. Like, I feel bad for Rays fans, but you have these mega teams like the Yankees and the Red Sox, and then you just got to play the best baseball you can when they're just these monsters like standing over you in the Orioles and the Blue Jays. Speaking of them, I'm putting the Blue Jays 4th and the Orioles 5th. So that is all the divisions. My AL division winners are the Astros, the Indians, and the Yankees. Let's get to the wildcard team. For the American League wildcard teams, I'm giving it to the Boston Red Sox, of course, because like I said, they are just a mega team. Put them in any other division and they will finish first, most likely. Okay, and then the other one is a tough one between the Angels and Twins. Okay, I'm going to give it to the Angels, okay, because like I said, when we're 100% healthy and you have Mike Trout doing good all year, we added pitching, okay, that's our main concern, is to fill pitching and get pitching, because if we have pitching and we already have the hitting, that's what we're missing, okay? And I think we would come out in the wild card game, okay? I think we would get over the Twins to sneak in there for that second wild card spot, just barely. So it's going to be Red Sox and Angels, in my opinion. I'm not going to go through the entire MLB playoffs that I have predicted here. I'm going to go straight to the World Series, which I believe will be the New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies, okay? The Phillies have added so much talent, and so would the Yankees. That is a huge reason why I think this will be the 2019 World Series game, or matchup, my bad, because there's 7 games. So it is just crazy. The Phillies, they added Real Muto, Harper, Segura, and Andrew McCutchen. They already have Rhys Hoskins, Odubel Herrera, Michael Franco. I just believe they can ride this offense to the World Series. Same with the Yankees. I believe they can ride this offense all the way. And who do I think will come out on top? I believe it'll be the New York Yankees, the evil empire. So yes, that is my MLB 2019 early preseason playoff predictions. The Yankees getting another ring. I don't like to say that, but they are very talented, okay? And like I said, there's going to be a lot of competition in every division this year. MLB is looking very exciting this year. I can't wait for baseball to be back. I hope you guys can't wait too. Comment who you think will win the World Series this year. And you know, I know you're gonna say your favorite teams, okay? But let's get a realistic approach, because you know I'm not out here being like, oh, Angels gonna win the World Series, even though please. Can you let the Angels win the World Series? But I'm being realistic, okay? What I'm seeing is what I'm predicting, okay? Like the video, subscribe, and I will see you next time.